This show is sponsored by Toshiba. Turbo supercharge your rig with a Q-Series Pro SSD from Toshiba. Learn more about these fast and reliable SSDs at Toshiba.com.
We've invented a little game called Whoever's laptop boots up faster gets to shoot the other person with a paintball gun. Let the duel begin.
Hey everyone, Travis here on day 1, week 9 of the EU LCS, coverage presented by Toshiba with nRated. nRated, I have not even spoken to you since you ended up on SK earlier, and I would love to talk to you now about that. What's this? Apparently it seems to going pretty well because you guys are now first place. So what's this road been like for you?
It's been pretty, there are a lot of stones on that road, so it was not that easy just going down there. I feel like we've put a lot of work into our team, and it's pretty young, and right now having success feels great.
Yeah. Now, do you expect to finish first this split?
I don't have expectations to go first, but we definitely aim for first or second.
Yeah, what has allowed you to suddenly, get up here at number 1? Is it like everybody else just squabbling amongst themselves while you pick people off?
I feel like I've said that somewhere before, but I feel like a team consists of 5 people, and if those 5 people are actually friends and you're able to openly give criticism to others and they actually take it as constructive criticism and grow on it, I feel like you improve a lot and you improve very fast. So we kind of feel good with each other, and we're handling every problem we have very openly, and we just speak out. If a champion doesn't work, it doesn't work. So by that, we just kind of sort out all problems, and it just feels like everything goes very smooth. And we had a lot of problems at the start. They became less and less, and I feel like we're becoming the stronger team right now.
It's funny to hear you say that, and I don't want to make too many NA references while I'm over here, but it seems like that's a big thing for Cloud9, is that they're just a bunch of friends who like hanging out outside of the game and outside of that kind of thing. Do you guys get to go out and do stuff together?
Yeah, rarely. We mostly stay at home, but sometimes as well, just in a bar, hit a couple of beers, that's all you need. But I feel like whatever we're doing it as a group, so that's fine.
You guys just beat Copenhagen Wolves. What allowed you to come out in a win in that game?
I think we didn't play flawless. Our communication was a bit rusty, I feel, but overall we just managed to do the few mistakes we had to do, and we didn't give up a lot. We had a good objectives control, and we just slowly but surely managed to pull up a lead and just took the fights we had to take, and by that we just took more and more objectives. And at a certain point, when you're so far ahead, you just win the game by simply fighting once.
Do you think that you said you were rusty, do you think that was just from this break from IM Katowice or whatever?
Yeah, we just didn't play pre-made for a week. That was basically the point.
So now you have just a couple more weeks before the whole split wraps up and you go off to playoffs. Are you guys doing anything different during that time, or just continuing to try and do that steady improvement?
Well, right now we just try to put up as much practice as we can, especially team practice, because I feel every one of us has somehow been playing solo queue, so to keep up on a personal level. But as I said, the communication seems to be a bit rusty between us, so we just need to step up in terms of team practice, and everything would solve itself at a certain point.
Hey, I do want to ask you how much you think that your experience being off of a team in more of a, with no pun intended, support role for the team, how much that allowed you to, do you think that that's improved you a lot coming onto SK and competing again?
I had so many different points of views that I actually felt like I got more of an insight how other players handle the game, see the game, and I discussed a lot about it, and I had more time to actually think about how I play, how teams play, and how you're supposed to play. So I feel that has made me a better player. At least from an analytical sense, I have a lot of things that I just see in a game instantly, and I feel like I can call a mid-push 20 seconds before it happens. And if you can do that while you're in-game, and you don't need anyone to tell you that or to analyze that afterwards, I feel that's a big plus.
I do want to just sort of ask you to call on your experience there and explain to me what the heck is going on in Europe. And NA, TSM is always going to win. You got Cloud9 below them. CLG seems to be doing whatever. Over here, it's just everybody's just shooting each other. So what is the deal here? Is there some sort of pattern with Gambit, Fnatic, and maybe Alliance, your guys' selves? or is it just sort of like people just win and lose, and there's not really any like thing behind it?
Sometimes people get into shape, sometimes people are not in shape. I feel like you saw it on Fnatic. They were in the slump, they were winning, then they practiced a bit less and they fell off, while other teams consistently practiced more and overcame them as a team. So I feel right now Fnatic puts a lot of effort back into it, so they kind of become stronger right now. But overall, it's like as the team that puts the most practice into it is the team that's going to win in the end. I feel like everyone has to handle, like with the players that they have, the lineups are very important, but as long as you practice, you will actually become better.
Final question. What are your thoughts on Alliance? Because they are now on a 5-game win streak. They seem to be coming back up after their like really strange start to the split. Do you think that they are, like actually going to fill that big super team role that everybody was calling them at the start of this year?
I would say the whole super team thing that they didn't even call themselves, they were called it. It's kind of off the table, I think, with that start. So I feel like they're becoming a really strong team right now, consistently improving, and every single player of them is actually individually strong in their role. They just didn't find like that team connection just yet. And they're just playing a bit better. They're finding like comfort picks that they can do. And I feel like they're going to play better and better throughout the whole season and maybe become a stronger team for the next season as well, depending on how much they practice.
nRated, thank you so much for the interview. Always a pleasure. You can check out the rest of our coverage of the EU LCS and more at ongamers.com.